Hello, and welcome to the Syllable console. We're excited to have you on board with us. My name is Chris, and I'll be guiding you through all of this. Well, most of it. The basics, so to say, to help get you up and running, and most importantly, building. Okay, let's get started. Here is your Syllable console. On the left, you've got your workspaces and resources. I'll dive into a little more detail on the workspaces later on, but the one we're focusing on right now is agents, as we're going to build our first AI agent together. It'll be a simple support agent that can answer caller questions and transfer them to an employee. A support agent for a camera rental store. Chris's splendid shutter shop. I like my cameras. So to build your agents, you're going to need some building blocks, which we call resources. For our use case, we'll need a prompt, a message, a voice group, a data source, and a voice channel. A prompt is a set of written instructions given to an AI agent that details everything the agent does, how it does those things, and what it should and shouldn't do given certain conditions. The message is the first thing the agent will say to the user. A data source is a predefined blob of text containing structured or unstructured data. This is where you can include a lot of data/information for your agent to draw from. Voices is where you select the language and voice for your agents, pretty straightforward. Then channels is where you can set up how agents communicate with users. If you want more in-depth information on everything here, make sure to head on over to docs.syllable.ai or check out articles on our blog. Now, let's start building your AI agent. First things first, we need to create a prompt. I'll name this Chris's Splendid Shutter Shop Agent. Say that fast, Chris's Splendid Shutter Shop Agent. Choose your provider, model, and version. Then decide the tools this prompt should have access to. A tool is a function or API an agent or workflow can call to perform actions, like accessing databases or looking up appointment availability. Syllable provides default system tools that are already built in and ready for you to use out of the box. For this, we'll need the transfer, data source search, and hangup tool, so just 3. In here is where you're going to write your set of instructions for the agent. Since this is a support agent, I'll write something that reflects exactly that. Make sure to define the task and role clearly. If a user asks about a policy or store info, the agent will look it up in the data source. It's important to mention your tools in your prompt to avoid any complications. For this prompt to work as intended, I'll need to add policy and store information to the data source, which I'll show you in a bit. Hello, Editor Chris here. I just wanted to provide a little more insight into the prompt. The support agent's primary function is to assist users with general product and service information. I'm giving it the ability to transfer the caller to the store manager. Make sure to include a transferable phone number. For information related to camera equipment, rentals, business policies, address, and store hours, I'm storing all of that in the data source, which the agent has access to thanks to the data source search tool. Alright, back to the video. Okay, I think the agent has everything it needs in this prompt, so I'll hit save. Next up is creating your message, the easiest and simplest step. I'll also name this Chris's Splendid Shutter Shop. That way everything is organized and easy to find. You can include a label if you like. Remember, this is the first thing that your agent will say to the user. These tend to be simple. So I'll just say, thank you for calling Chris's Splendid Shutter Shop, your #1 stop for camera rentals. My name is Aperture. Get it? Because aperture, camera. Anyways, how can I help you today? And then the rest is basic stuff. I can provide you with our policy information, camera equipment, and other things related to our business. Cool. Press save. Now let's add a data source so we can store camera equipment information as well as other information like policies, holiday availability, etc. Of course, it'll be the same name. And now add all the important information that you'd like. Mine is all made up for the purpose of this demo. Hello, it's me again. As mentioned before, the data source has all the meaty information that you'd want to include for your business. Mine has company policies related to shipping, returns, what camera brands we carry, rental fees, and store hours. Okay, I'm done. Enjoy the rest of the video. And is overly simplified. Alright, hit save. And next up is adding a language and a voice to your agent. So let's create a voice group. Give it a name, then select your language. I'll stick with English. Choose your voice provider. And keep in mind that each provider will have a different set of voices. I want an interesting sounding voice, a little soothing and inviting perhaps. I want to entice the customer, you know? So I'll just go through these and see what I can find.
Hello, I'm your new AI voice. Let's explore confetti, coffee, and curious questions together.
Okay, not too bad. Yeah, it was intriguing. Intriguing. What about Brian?
Hello, I'm your new AI voice. Let's explore confetti, coffee, and curious questions together.
No, that's too much, you know, too aggressive. Callum, perhaps?
Hello, I'm your new AI voice. Let's explore confetti, coffee, and curious questions together.
Callum, you have been selected to be Aperture. All right, once that's done, hit save. And now with all these building blocks in place, you're ready to build your agent. Name it, of course. Select the prompt and message that you just created. This is why it's nice to have similar names. It keeps everything organized. Choose your time zone and speech to text. Select your voice group and then a busy sound. You can also leave the busy sound blank. You can also see the tools that we've added right here. You can see our data source search tool. And make sure you are selecting the data source that you just created. And again, for a more detailed look into all the other bits and pieces, check out docs.syllable.ai. Once you're ready, press save. You should now be in this preview window. If not, then just press the test button on the right-hand side. Now on the right is the tool window, where you'll be able to see how the agent interacts with the tools. What's awesome is that you can now voice chat with your agent right here. So let's see if everything is working as intended.
Thank you for calling Chris's Splendid Shutter Shop. Your number one stop for camera rentals. My name is Aperture. How can I help you today? I can provide you with information on camera equipment, our policies, and other things related to our business.
Yes, hello. Could you let me know how much rentals are, please?
Great question. Our rental fees start at $30 per day, depending on the specific camera equipment you choose. I don't have details in my system about weekly rates or deposit/insurance requirements. Would you like me to connect you with our store manager, Chris, who can provide exact pricing and any available packages?
No, that's all right. What cameras do you have available to rent?
We currently rent cameras from these brands: Fujifilm, Sony, Canon, Nikon.
Great, it's all Gucci. Now, if you want to review that interaction, you'll be able to find it under Sessions. This is where all your conversations are stored. And as you can see, there's a lot of useful info in here. You've got your full transcript, including an AI summary, and an audio recording. You've also got a Tools and Latency tab. So yeah, pretty neat stuff. But I want to be able to call this agent over the phone as well. In order to do that, we need to connect it to a voice channel. In the channel panel, you want to be in the target tab, then select new target. A target is the agent's phone number. Put in a fallback number. It's a phone number to be transferred to if the target number is not available. Now for the final piece of the puzzle, select your agent and hit save. And of course, you can give your newborn agent a call. Let me do that right now.
Thank you for calling Chris's Splendid Shutter Shop. Your number one stop for camera rentals. My name is Aperture. How can I help you today? I can provide you with information on camera equipment, our policies, and other things related to our business.
Yes, hello. Could you transfer me to the store manager, please?
Absolutely. I'll connect you with our store manager, Chris, right away. Please hold for just a moment while I transfer your call.
And there you go. Successful transfer. And of course, once you're done with that, you can also check out that interaction in the Sessions workspace as well. Now, before I let you go, I'll provide a little bit of information on the rest of the workspaces. So, Sessions is for live calls. But if you want some long-term analysis, then head on over to Dashboards. And under Sessions, you'll find a lot of useful info. My dashboard is empty because I'm using a trial account, but this is where you can go to analyze a batch of calls and get into the nitty-gritty parts of your conversations. On to Insights. Insights automate the evaluation of call sessions or recordings and gather additional information. You can extract insights, highlight metrics, and reveal user patterns. And finally, Campaigns, which is where you'll be able to create outbound agents to call users. We've got a tutorial up on our channel about this already, which I'm linking right now on the screen and of course in the description. And that is a wrap. Hopefully everything was relatively digestible, even though this was a longer video. If you want to stay updated on everything Syllable, I highly recommend that you join us on Reddit at r/Syllable. And of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel while you're at it, where you can find the rest of our tutorials. Also, be sure to visit our docs if you want a more detailed written tutorial on everything that was discussed, API and SDK documentation. And that's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Build AI agents for every idea.